Hello beautiful bakers. Today let's look at how to make a bakery standard donut with a white line on the middle. Yeah, and in case you don't know, a white line found on the middle of donuts is a proof of quality that symbolizes softness, richness, with a mouth melting properties, and every customer goes for it first before others. In this video, I will review the hidden principles of getting a good looking line on any kind of donut consistently. So, roll up your sleeve, grab your ingredients, let's make some wonders in the kitchen. Begin by adding 2 cups of bread flour into your bowl. Now for your donut to line, it has to be a bread flour. This is what most people don't know, but I've just told you. I will tell you the reason later in the video. Next, incorporate a half teaspoon of yeast twice. If you don't understand, just add 1 teaspoon of yeast. And after that, go in with your nutmeg. You can use nutmeg, you can use cinnamon, or any other flavor of your choice. Mix everything to combine and set this aside. Now bring out another bowl. Let's prepare our wet ingredients. For the milk, we add about 120 ml. Now milk plays a visibility role in the lining of your donuts. Yes, in addition to nutritional value and richness. Yes, you can still make a lined donut if you do not use milk, but the line obtained may not be as bold as you may want it. So milk is very essential and plays vital role in the lining. So if you can, please go ahead and use the milk. This 120 ml of milk will not be enough as our liquid content needed for this production, so go ahead and add extra 4 tablespoons of water. In case you want to use either milk or water completely, just use 150 ml. Next is to add our salt, and the summation of the salt added is 1 teaspoon. Next is to also dissolve our sugar, and for the sugar we are adding 4 tablespoons. If you've been conversant with this channel, you will notice that when it comes to recipes, I always take my time to spell it out for you, and the reason is I wouldn't want you to get it wrong at any point. Next of the ingredient is to add in 1 raw egg. So we crack the egg and add it in. Now, egg to this recipe is actually optional, but remember, it's a bakery standard donut we are baking, so add it in if you want a soft, delicious, and a good looking donut. Now viewers, it is time to combine both the wet and dry ingredient mixtures together. We're gonna be doing this without a mixer, but if you are using a mixer, this is the point where you begin to spin at a very low speed. And on the other hand, use a spatula or even your bare hand to mix. And once they form a dough, you can as well transfer to your working surface and begins the kneading job. Speaking about the kneading, it is not the recipe actually that determines the lining in your donut. It is the kneading. So I will want you to pay close attention. If you get your recipe right and your kneading is wrong, you can never get the lining. Okay, let me put it this way. Your recipe plays 20% role in your donut lining, while the kneading plays 80% role. So you must know and learn how to knead right in order to line your donut. So I sprinkle some flour on my table to reduce thickening because it must stick. Also, if you look closely, you will see that my dough is very soft, very soft. This is exactly how your dough should be. It is not a mistake, and especially if you are hand kneading. Yes. Firstly, you knead for about 5 to 7 minutes first, then add margarine and complete the kneading process. And at this stage, there are certain behaviors you should expect from your dough. Yes, and this is gummy and sticky characteristics. The dough behaves as if it will never come together, collapse as if it has become a paste. Never mind, don't fear, keep kneading, the dough will come together. And this is why I said to you, you must use a bread flour, because the bread flour has the gluten that will enable the dough to come together when you exert the appropriate kneading time and force. And you see, this is what I'm talking about, so sticky and so gummy. Next, add about 10 grams of margarine and continue the kneading process. And at this point, the margarine will help to grease the dough and cause them to begin to come together gradually by gradually. Knead for about 8 minutes again, making it total of 15 minutes or even more, depending on how serious you were with the dough. So how do you know if your dough is ready or not? The dough is ready when it stops sticking to your board and starts sticking to your hand. It is also ready when it becomes bouncy like a ball. Yes, like right now I'm actually hitting this dough against my board with force, and I tell you, the dough is becoming bouncy. Yes, that is also how you know. The third way you know is to perform a window pin test. Yes, by opening it, and if it didn't break, then you know it's ready. Yes, just like this. The dough at this point is stubbornly elastic. So if you did not knead your dough to this elastic point, it will not line consistently. That is the secret. Work is actually easier for you if you are using a mixer, because it's a whole lot of work. It is extra mile kneading than your normal dough kneading. Yes, but it's worth it because it gives you more yield and fluffy texture. Not to talk of the classy look and all the hypes you get as a professional baker. So go for it. Remember, whatsoever your hand findeth to do it with all thy might. So I've actually placed the dough in the bowl, covered and allowed to rise. It will rise for the next 15 minutes. So while it is rising, let's prepare our paper. Yes, so I folded the paper and then cut. Yes, I was supposed to do this with parchment paper, but my dear, I forgot to get the parchment paper, so I'm just improvising with a plain paper, and it also worked very well. So don't kill yourself if you don't have a parchment paper. Okay, so I cut the papers just this way, just to ensure that I separate each of the papers into their different units. After the separation, then we're gonna set them aside for later use. Now it's over 50 minutes to an hour. We're gonna box the air in the dough and then transfer this dough into our working space. After sprinkling some flour, then with the help of your rolling pin, begin to flatten this dough, and afterwards cut the dough with a round dough cutter or any similar object around you. And this can also be done without a cutter at all. I will demonstrate that in my next episode of line donuts, coming up next in my next video. So I will go ahead and give each of the cut a smoother look in the cup, and carefully pierce the middle and widen it as well with your finger in order to give you that ring shaped donut. Yes, just like so. Now if you look carefully in the edges of this donut, you can see that the lining is already there. The donut is lining already, even before frying. That is what you get when your dough is properly kneaded. So now we are gonna use our pepper. Bring down the pepper, sprinkle some flours to it, then place the dough on top of the dusted pepper. Move to a safer place. You can as well cover and allow to rise for the second time before you fry as well. Can you see the donuts? It has even lined already, even before frying. Wow, this is amazing. So next is to cover this dough and allow it to rest again for the next 15 minutes before frying. Now, a quick bounce back on the dough when pierced is another proof of authenticity of your lined donut. So we're gonna pour some oil to the pan and allow to heat up as well. Once the oil is heated up, not too hot and not too cold, transfer the donut into the oil and begin to fry. Now, here is how to fry in order to maintain your linings. First of all, fry for about 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes on one side first before turning the other side. So repeat the same frying time before scooping out. Now, it is important to work with timing than checking the donut, raising it up and down. That will destabilize the lining if it must line. So fry undisturbed. Let your donut be undisturbed while frying, okay? Now, another tips I'll give you on frying is maintenance of temperature. Your temperature of the oil must not be too high and must not be too low. If it is too low, your donut will soak oil, and if it is too high, your donut will get burnt on the outside and the inside is not yet ready. In addition, the quality of your donut is messed up as well. One of the misconceptions that people have with donut frying in relation with white line is that they think that once your oil is very deep, your donut will not line, but that is not true. Depth of the oil does not affect your donut lining in any way. Once you get your recipe and your donut kneading right, I tell you definitely your donut must line. And I hope you can see the lining even as I am frying. So let's fry one more. Add in your donut, allow to fry for about 2.5 minutes. Then flip to the other side and allow this side as well to fry for about 2.5 minutes, and boom, your donut is ready. All you do is just scoop out of the oil and you are good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our bakery standard donut with the lines, and I think these linings are really falling on these donuts in the pleasant places. You can see there is a consistent lining in all the donuts. All the donuts have the white ring line. Also, apart from the lining, there are other special qualities of these donuts that is actually desirable. The donut is so soft and bouncy. You can see it. So after pressing down, it tries to regain its strength and return to its original position. It is not every donut that does that. Donut has a well-bready and chewy texture, all thanks to the bread flour that is being used. So soft, and oh goodness, it was just something else. How I wish you can open your mouth and just have a bite. So thank you for watching. In the next episode, I'll teach you how to make this same donut even if you don't have milk, without a cutter, and even without an egg. Those of you that waited for this video for a long time, please, my apologies. I was challenged, but now I am fine. Thank you for your patience, thank you for your love, and thank you for watching. If you're a new subscriber, you are very much welcome. See you in our next donut episode. Bye for now.